How's it going, everybody? It's PJ for PJ Play on Twitch, Pete_J on YouTube. We're back in the shop. We've been doing some work on the story mission here. We've got most of the missing parts put back on. We are missing a front license plate. Well, we got some new headlights in there. We got the fender and a hood, along with a bumper. We got a new door here. You can see back here. That looks like rust to me. That looks like rust. With dirt. There's dirt and rust. Replace the rear tail lights. We still have some more to do. We got to replace this rear window, the trunk. I think we're replacing what else is there? There's front license plate, the front right door window, the front right fender, rear bumper, rear window, right body, window A, right side mirror, right tail light, and the trunk. So we still got some stuff to do, but we're down to about 10,000. So I thought what we would do is we'd bring in some cars. We're going to go through and do some repairs and kind of add some more cash to the coffers so we don't go broke like we did the first time. We were working on a similar story mission that came in kind of beat up and needed a lot of repairs. I jumped in with both feet and quickly found myself in over my head. So I thought we'll do a little bit on the story card. We'll do a little bit of work here. Let's take a look at this one. The Nissan Silvia. Knocking sound coming from the suspension. General gearbox control and repair. Driver struggles to find gears. So we don't need to be under the hood. We need to get this thing up into the air. Take a look at the suspension and take a look at the gearbox. And we'll see what we can find. And that looks to me like it's rust, not dirt. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. I see a little bit of a bolt issue, but it doesn't look like we're seeing much else there as far as the suspension goes. So this side looks okay. Wait a minute, what about this rubber bushing? Y'all have heard me talk about these rubber bushings before. Again, that's a bolt, but I wouldn't say that's the rubber bushing. Looks fine. Yeah, we have two bolts that are a little bit rusty. Again, I don't see anything too bad here either. So let's check the back. Oh, now we're starting to see a little bit of something back there. We got that cap. Rear shock absorber cap. That definitely needs a replacement. Yeah. So is that what they're going to tell me? It's just that one cap? Again, another rusty bolt, but the rubber bushing itself looks fine. So I guess let's go ahead and take care of that cap and we'll see what happens. 10%. Yeah, just the just that. That's all it was. Oh yeah, we got to. We're gonna have to clean out our parts bin tab. And we can get rid of this. And we can get rid of that. We're gonna grab this. Make that purchase. Clear that search. Get rid of that. Go ahead. Whoop. Put that back on. All right, so we've taken care of the suspension issue. Now we've got an issue with the gears. So we're going to have to take a look at this gear. Wow, outside the gearbox looks fine. We've got a little bit of wear and tear here on the drive shaft, which we're going to have to remove in order to check the gearbox. Again, the The lubricating spray is just the right mouse button, so you can see that that's what you get. But you hit it with the right mouse button, and there you go. Now you can remove it. Oh, we gotta remove the starter. Luckily, we can get to it from under the car. Okay. Get this pulled off here. Yep, there it needs to be rebuilt. So the clutch release bearing looks like it's in good shape, but the clutch pressure plate will need to be removed and replaced. Well, the clutch plate looks like it's in good shape. Then the flywheel looks like it needs to be replaced as well. So if we take a look, flywheel, clutch pressure plate. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to go to our inventory. We want to add that to the shopping list and that to the shopping list by pressing the space bar. Then, oh, I added one too many, but that's okay because we know that. So now we're going to go to the tablet and we'll do our shopping by hitting the tab button, clicking on the flywheel, enter, enter. We just purchased it. So then we hit X to clear the search, go back to the tab. We're only going to get one. We hit it twice, but we're going to buy one. And then we're going to go and tap. Whoop. Oh, what did I do? I don't know what I did. There. Okay. Now we can go ahead and rebuild while we're just standing right here, which is kind of cool. Saves a little time. Pressure plate, that's the new one. We're going to go ahead and bolt that down. The release bearing goes on, and then the gearbox. Then we can put the drive shaft back in. 54%. Yeah, that's getting close. Let's go ahead and finish bolting it down, and then we'll take a look at the work order. All right, work order says 52%. Yeah, so this Nissan's gonna be back soon. Suspension's done. All right, we are good to go, my friends. Another satisfied customer. And we're just going to go ahead and move this to outside, which should bring the other car in. And we'll call the owner. Oh. Uh-oh. I always forget. I always forget to put the starter back on. I don't know why. But it's kind of an important piece. No. It's kind of an important piece, especially when you're working on the gearbox. You got to remember to put the starter back on. There it is. Oops. All right, so we're down below $10,000. I'm going to call them dollars. They say credits, but I'm going to say dollars. All right, so that goes out there. We should be able to call the owner now. That's rust. Otherwise, do you think I should run it through the car wash? I don't think it's going to do anything. I think that's rust. All right, I think it's rust. We're going to let it go. All right. There you go. Now we got some cash. I believe we got a car in there. Yes, we do. Okay. So now you go to behind 1. And the Chrysler 300, that'll go behind 2. All right, let's see what we got over here now. Just like I said, we're gonna the Valison 2040 car is hard to control. Find and fix any running gear problems. Knocking sound from the suspension. Car is loud and other tasks. Refill the brake fluid. Refill power steering fluid and refill the windshield washer fluid. All right, brake, power steering, and windshield washer. So what we're gonna do first is I'm just gonna drain them. Brake fluid, windshield washer fluid. Oh, there's not a lot left in there. What was the other thing? Power steering. Okay. Power steering. Where's the power steering fluid? There it is. There it is. Oh, wrong one. This is empty. All right, so all of these are empty. Refill this real quick. Okay, 11,762. All right, there's that. Now, windshield wiper fluid. And car is loud. I think we saw something right there. You see the exhaust manifold. So that is probably going to have to be replaced. But we'll give it a check. I thought there might have been 2 parts in the car is loud. All right, so that's full. Correct? Yes, those are all done. Okay. Car is loud. Only 1 part, so I'm going to assume the part we're looking for, the fender, is right here. Oh, we got to remove the turbo first. Oh. Now we can get the exhaust manifold off. Okay. And once again, we'll just go back to our stock. We'll go ahead and hit the space bar to add that to our list. Hit the tablet up, tab, enter, X, tab, and we'll get rid of that off our list so we know we're not carrying that around. And we can turn around and just slap the new one right on there. Quick and easy, lemon squeezy. Put the turbo back on. And we are down to, we have killed off 2 problems. Car's hard to control, suspension. Find and fix any running gear problems and knocking sound coming from the suspension. So, I think we've got 2 suspension issues, and I think we'll go ahead and take care of those. And then we'll run some tests to see what kind of running gear problems they might be talking about. But you can't do that. What you have to do is select the examination mode, then suspension. Front sweep. Okay, that's okay. All right, so it's an inner tie rod, outer tie rod, and a wheel hub bearing. Okay. Let's see what we got on this side. Same thing, inner tie rod. Let's see. So inner tie rod and a wheel hub bearing. All right. What I want is my tablet. And we can go to suspension and we can go to inner tie rod. And we need 2 of those. We're going to make sure we take 2 of those. We need 1 outer tie rod, so we'll grab that. And we need a wheel hub bearing, so we'll grab that. Now we'll get into the repairs. We're going to go ahead and pull the tire. And we're going to pull the wheel hub cap because we got to get that off. And that's where our wheel hub bearing lives, is right in there. So we can go ahead and turn around and just quickly reinstall that wheel hub bearing and then put the wheel hub cap back on. All right. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to remove, we are in installation. We don't want to be in there. We want to remove this outer tie rod, the inner tie rod. That steering rack does not look good to me. I'm saying we're going to have to replace that. I thought they said All right, so we're going to pull this because we have to. This tire, oh, I don't know what that tire is. Passenger side. Well, the driver's side's at 68, so. All right, outer tie rod, inner tie rod, and the catalytic, not catalytic converter, the steering rack. I don't know what my problem is lately. Took a little R&R and I went over to, did some fishing on Call of the Wild the Angler. We need 2 of those and 1 of those. And I had a lot of, oh, wait a minute, take it off, Pete. Nope. I had a lot of fun with that. If you enjoy fishing or simulated sportsman stuff, steering rack should be in here. QRS steering rack, there it is, okay. And we're going to drop that back in there. 1 hundo. Where am I? Okay. This needs to go back. This one is not the 100%. This is the 62%. And then we're going to go 75%. Okay. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing more of the fishing. I probably will do some in the not too distant future. That's another one of those games where I just kind of go with the flow. But I've realized that they have missions on these different maps, and that I haven't even finished all of the missions on the first map. So I think what I'm going to do is with this new map that's just come out, I think I'm going to take the time and I'm going to go back and part not discovered. Right gear problems. Okay. And I'm going to take a look and I'm going to try and get the missions done, because if you get the missions done, it opens up, you build your reputation, and it allows you to get bigger bigger stuff. I don't know how interesting that's going to be. There's a lot of guys out there playing Call of the Wild, the Angler, and you know they're hooking diamonds and they're doing all that good stuff. And there's me just kind of tooling along, doing my little missions and trying to keep up with the game and stuff. So I don't know how that'll go over, but I enjoy it. I also like Hunter Call of the Wild, so I probably will do some of that as well. And that just looks like bolts, I guess. All right, so my good buddy Snakebite, he was saying that I should be able to take this interior additional car status. Move the car. Okay, move the car. And again, like I say, you got the car wash, garage entrance 1, 2, and 3, car lift A and B. Test path is grayed out. I can't select it. Parking, paint shop, and dyno. So I can't really go from the wheel. I can't go to the test path. But what I found out recently is if you come over here to the map and you go to test track, which is over here. If you see this, it's the same thing. I can go to this test track and I can take this car. Wheels are not aligned. Car may drive an odd way. I need to align the wheels. We will drive it and we'll see what happens. But it's that's the test track that you had in 20. Ooh, this does not sound good at all. Okay, I'm driving again, keyboard mouse, so it's not going to be real pretty. It's loud, but it's actually got some pretty good pickup. Oh. I'm still not used to the track, so you'll have to forgive me. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, no, there it is here. That was not good. Like I say, that's only my second time around the track. I'm not real sure of the layout, so yeah, I missed a couple there, but the more we use it, the better we'll get. But now we should get a report. The other thing is anybody out there know if I can access these reports once I have them? It would be nice if I could go back and re-access them, but I think once you look at them, there you go, solid rear drive axle has to go. And I think that's the last part we have. But see, that's a pretty nice breakdown of all, clutch release bearing, the brake caliper. I mean, you get a lot of information running the test track. So very worthwhile. And we know what our last thing is. It's the solid rear drive axle. So, whoa. So the solid rear drive axle is going to be where, folks? Where? In the rear, of course. The suspension, and I'm wondering if it's this one over here. Let's go ahead and pull this, which we can because it's in this dismounting mode. This was the side that we saw. There you go. You can see it right there. Solid rear drive axle, but we have to take the brakes and everything off. So, all right. A lubricating spray comes right out. Look at that. Get these brake pads off, and we got to take the disc brake off. There's the solid rear drive axle. Oops, sorry. There it is. Okay, now solid rear drive axle is on our list. Oop, I hit the button. Sorry. Hit the button for 2. I only need 1. I'm going to buy 1. We're going to clear that, but then we're going to go back and we're going to get rid of all of this stuff so our shopping list isn't cluttered. We'll go ahead and just reinstall the solid rear drive axle. Brake disc. Pads. Caliper. And the cylinder. Alright, so we're going to be 2 down, 2 to go. And then we'll log a couple more hours on the story mission car, and hopefully we'll be up close to over 20 grand. And I think that's going to be everything. Everything is everything. Okay. So that's the test track you can take it out on. I think what happens is when we open it up, we'll get a test path, which will be closer to our shop and will be easier to access. There we go. That one's gone. You're going to come back over here. I'm going to put you back here. And then we're going to go take care of this one. What do we got? A Mayan M3 from 2017. This one has suspension rattling, brake problems, and gears keep slipping. We got a sway bar front end link A. Wheel hub bearing, part not discovered. Brake problems, 2 calipers, a disc, pads, part not discovered, gears keep slipping. Clutch plate, okay. I think we can get this up in the air. I don't think we need to do anything under the hood. It's all under the car. All right, so there's that. There's a bad caliper over there. Which one of you has the bad wheel hub bearing? That's the caliper. Oh, 3. All right, well, let's get to work. I don't need you, actually. Can you come over here? All right. The ABS module looks bad too. Can I pull this without having to? No, I gotta take the wheel off. Okay. Wheel comes off first. And we are looking for that wheel hub bearing. I didn't see it. So why don't we go ahead and just pull this wheel hub cap while we got it off. And we can, let's pull the wheel hub bearing and we'll see what we get. 82%, so it is not that bearing. We can put this back together. All right, and we're gonna go here. I'm gonna pull this. Whoops. Yeah, I think that ABS module is gonna be something we're gonna have to take care of, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages. And tablet. Oop. Up. Up, 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 up. Erp. There we go. All right. All right, I think we can put this back together. We're okay on this side. Now we saw that caliper on the other side was, ooh, we also got a bad front shock. Okay. We're gonna remove this. Brake caliper at 14%, so that's not very good. I'm gonna remove the sway bar front end link. I'm gonna remove this shock absorber assembly. And I think we're, oh, you know what? We also want to check, pull that wheel hub cap and see if this is the bearing we need to replace. No, it is not. All right, so we'll go ahead and put that back together. All right. Spring puller. Suspension. We need a front shock absorber A, I believe. That's dangerous. I never like doing that because you wind up buying something, yep, and it's going to be the wrong part. You got to be careful. We're going to join parts. All right. I was actually thinking of the other side. It's not the sway bar. I don't need that. I just need a caliper. That was okay. Sway bar front end link. What we needed was a caliper. So we're going to go to the brake section. Caliper. It's a lot easier when there's only one. You know, when there's only one, can't be wrong. All right, we'll put this wheel back on. We'll have the front suspension, I think, pretty well handled. Still looking for that wheel hub. Let's take a quick look. Okay, wheel hub bearing we're still looking for. We got another brake caliper, a brake disc, which I think is on this tire. We need some new pads, and then there's a part not discovered, which we think is going to be the ABS module. Gears keep slipping. Okay, so that'll be the last thing we do before we put the car back on the ground, and then replace the ABS module, which will be the last thing we do. After that, hopefully we'll be able to, we'll log a little bit of time on the story mission. And hopefully we'll be able to finish that up and get it out of here. And we'll see what this, what he has to say about it. Oh, those pads look like they're okay. So yeah, brake pads on the last wheel. I think this might, yeah, there it is. I think it is the wheel hub bearing. Yep. All right. So what do we need? We needed here a brake disc. Yeah, go ahead and pull the trigger. Brake disc. And we needed a wheel hub bearing, so that would be suspension. Wheel hub bearing. Well, let's go ahead and install that. Put that rear drive axle back in. Get the brake disc back on. There we go. Pads. And then the caliper with the cylinder. Okay. All right, next wheel. Looks like another caliper. pull this caliper off. And this needs new pads. Caliper pads. Okay, that's the module. We know that. Okay, and the gears. That's okay. We know what we're doing. Back to brakes. We need a... Oh, no, we don't need that. We need that. And we need that. Now we can go back, rebuild. And put the tire back on. I think we've taken care of, successfully taken care of the suspension issues. The next thing we've got is the gears. So first thing we're going to have to do is remove the drive shaft. The drive shaft. Okay. Gear. Oh, starter. Don't forget to put it back on, though. All right, Pete. Don't forget that. It's the one thing you cannot forget. All right. So we've got. There's only 3 bolts holding this gearbox on. That's crazy, isn't it? It seems a little nuts. Yep. All right, we're going to need a new clutch release bearing. And the pressure plate looks like it's in okay shape. Clutch plate needs to be replaced. Okay, flywheel's in good shape. So, we need here, we need a clutch plate, clutch release bearing. There we go. Reassemblage time. No, why would you? My finger slipped. Sorry about that, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages. That was just a mistake. $100. Okay. Clutch release bearing, and then the gearbox with all 3 of its bolts. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put the starter back on before Pete forgets again, like he always does. And we're going to put the drive shaft back on. All right. All right, take a look. All right, suspension and rattling is done. Gears keep slipping is done. We have one more brake problem, but we need to service that from the engine bay. So we're going to bring this back down on the ground. We're at $13,144. And I have a feeling it's the module. Module's at 18%. So we're going to get a new module, which goes to the electronics, right? ABS module, 700 credits they charge, but we're getting it for $665. Good customer discount. So there we go. All right, and back out. Take a look at the job order. We got all the suspension rattling taken care of. Brake problems are taken care of, and the gears keep slipping taken care of. So that is all right, my friends. Car looks like it's clean, so we're not going to worry about running it through the car wash. We'll go ahead and give the owner a call. All right. We got one more car left. Ooh, isn't that fancy looking? Look at that. Chrysler 300C SRT 8. Very good. Body's at 58%, frame is at 58%, interior 58%, but the parts are 66%. Suspension is rattling. Car is hard to control. Brake system needs fixing. Car is loud. List provided. Exhaust manifold. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. And we'll go in reverse order this time. What we're going to do is we'll start in the engine bay because we know the exhaust manifold needs work. But we can also see that ABS module probably needs to be replaced as well. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Exhaust manifold, that is a dickens to get to. Probably easier to get to from underneath the vehicle, wouldn't you think? The way it's angled. Much easier to get there from here. So, nope. We wanted to do this. Just wanted to make sure. And we gotta go back to the regular car parts. Okay, and we're gonna go here. All right. We don't tend to change a lot of air filters. I'm wondering if that's a... Should I be checking those more often, or is it a situation where I don't really check them unless they ask for it? They ask me to, right? .1 liter. All right, car's loud. Brake system needs fixing. We got the ABS module, so we'll have to take a look at other stuff. Car is hard to control. That's probably going to be more suspension, and the suspension is rattling. How about we do this? What if we just let's take it out on the track, right? Just take it out on the test track. We get such a complete list from there. We want the Chrysler 300. Wheels are not aligned. Car may drive it on an odd way. Okay, so I'm going to have to get an alignment situation so I can start aligning these tires, these wheels. All right, here we go. Woo! Whoa. All right. Did I complete that? That seemed a lot shorter than the other ones. Or was that car just faster? So I'm not 100% sure. Did I miss something? I don't think I did I? I'll check it on the video replay. All right, they're working up our analysis. Oh, brake pads, sway bar front end link A, inner tie rod, outer tie rod, sway bar front end link A, wheel hub bearing and brake disc ventilated. All right, side of that. Oh, and a brake disc. I really like how you get all the stuff. All right, so 2 sway bar front end link A's, an inner and outer tie rod. Okay, I can't add them from here. Okay. Suspension. Sway bar front end link A. We want 2 of those. I saw inner tie rod. I saw outer tie rod. I think I only saw 1 of each, right? Again, I wish I could go back and re-access that report. It would make things so much easier. Of course, maybe it makes it too easy, you know. Oregon. All right, so sway bar front end link. We're gonna have to remove these tires though. It won't let us just take the the front end link off, even though it looks like there should be plenty of room. They just don't let you do it. So now that we've got it off, we can pull this. And we can immediately put the new one on. Inner and outer tie rod, which will be attached to the steering rack, which is down here. Look at how nice that looks. Nice and clean. We got some pitting here on this exhaust pipe. Did I put the wheel back on, or did I go off on a tangent? No, I didn't put the wheel back. Sorry, folks. It's been a long day at Pete's Place. Okay. And all right. Now we're going to take care of this side. Oh, this has also got the brake issues. So we're going to need a disc brake ventilated. Typically, discs on the front of the car are usually ventilated. Oh, I should probably go around the back. The caliper's fine, so are the pads, but this disc brake is not so good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and remove the Swiss sway bar front end link A. We have that, so we can go ahead and throw that on real quick. We're going to get around to the back though, and we have to remove this outer tie rod, which we also have already purchased, and this inner tie rod. And we should be able to just go right ahead and make that repair. Boom. 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 We're going to have to make a call though, because we do need a ventilated front disc brake. Alright, so we'll put this on. Bang. Pads can go back on. Caliper. And the sport tire. All right. Oh, and we're going to do some stuff with our, we're going to have to make some more bread that way. Okay, so we've got a wheel hub bearing that's missing. We need another brake disc and a brake pad. We can actually get the brake disc. We can get the pad. We can even go and get the wheel hub bearing. So now we got it in our inventory. I did not check these two. I think that bearing looks okay. That's actually a pretty good close-up. I like that. Let's go check the other one. That looks all right, I think. All right, so we're going to the back. Oh, we can't see because of the rear drive axle. Okay. Let's start on this one, since I think this one needs the new it needs the new disc, so, and maybe the new pad. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll need the new wheel hub bearing as well. We can all knock it all out here. Brake caliper. That's starting to look a little old. Those pads, yeah, there's the pads that need to be replaced right there. Yeah, and the disc. Let's pull this drive axle just to see what we got back here. Nope. So it's got to be on that other side. So I was wrong. No. You were at 65%. You don't get the 100. You don't get the hundo, dude. 65. That's you right there. Alright, so you get the new brake disc, though, and you get the new pads. So that's good for you. Caliper and cylinder. Caliper's at like 58%, so I don't know if that's going to last for very long, but they are not interested right now in making that repair, so we'll let it go. Letting them know that they will be back sooner rather than later. So all right, so this has got to be the, yeah, you can see it right away. Wheel hub bearing toast. All right. Everything's done. Suspension rattling. Car is hard to control. Brake system needs fixing. The car is loud. All right, so we have done the work, folks. All right, so now I have a conundrum. We're going to go ahead and we'll get this outside so the owner can come pick it up. It's going to need some body work soon. Nice and white. That's a nice, sharp-looking vehicle right there.